What up, Blended? What up, family?
How you doing? How you doing today?
We're here in Walmart, man, buying some things. What we got going on? A buddy of mine that I work with at Tuffy's, his daughter was burned real bad, and she's going through some things, and we're gonna have to do a little sit-down conversation piece with them. So we're getting her a few things she needed for school, and she likes to draw and do artwork and stuff. So show you what we got for her. Like I say, we didn't do the Boys and Girls Club this week. They closed at 5:30. I didn't get off work until later, so we're gonna get them done. It's hopefully this week coming, but for now, this is what we're doing for my friend Chuck's daughter. Like I said, we're gonna do a little conversation piece with her, but we'll show you what we got her so far. A few things, some binders, color pencils, coloring books, pencils, crayons, markers, just some binders, things we got for her family. Something she doesn't have that she needs. So once again, we're just trying to give back to someone in need, and this feels good, better, because we know the guy, but like I say, she's been through some things. We're gonna meet her and hear her story. Get back to you in a little bit. I love you guys, man. What up, Blended? What up, family? Here we are again with another little conversation piece. We have my guy from Tuffy's here, Chuck, and his daughter Grace, and of course, Miss Jen, Sir Charles. We're gonna talk to Grace about when she was 2 years old. She did in a fire, and she was burned. We're gonna talk about how a lot of the kids that go through this, what they have to deal with as far as the ridicule, people talking about them, laughing, asking questions. Just want to give more insight back on what she goes through on a daily basis, the surgeries, the pain, just what she goes through, so everybody has some sort of insight on what she deals with, because some people, like say, laugh at them, make fun of them, always got something smart to say. It's not right. You don't do that. You respect them. They've been through they're humans just like us. You and me, they're the same. No different. So you want to get into this and, like I say, share her story and just hear what she goes through, man. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't. Chuck tells me stories about, what she goes through as far as the surgery she has, what she goes through, the pain. Family, I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I guess I would have to, but it's a lot for someone. How old are you?
14.
14 years old. She's been dealing with it since she was 2 years old. I mean, that's a lot. So, with that being said, we're going to have Chuck tell a story of what happened. Then we're going to ask her some questions. And then we're going to go into some more things too. So, Chuck, how did this all come about? What happened?
They believe it was a candle that fell over in the middle of the night, caught the house on fire.
When they were sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh.
And since she didn't know what to do, she actually ran back into the house, and that's when she got her burns. Because she was panicking, couldn't find the door. Grandma had already gotten out, and because she thought Grace had gotten out, but she was still in the house.
So being two, like, oh golly, I just couldn't even imagine. I mean, even just something as small as like a candle knocking over or burning down to the point of, like becoming a fire. So again, this is like an awareness, like, make sure, parents, people, anybody, make sure that the candles are definitely, blown out. And
did it just did it just get knocked over? Did someone knock it over, or did it just fall over?
They're not sure. They really didn't do a thorough investigation, because the very next day the house was pretty much
destroyed.
Yeah, they come in and knocked it over.
Wow.
Not sure why that was, but
so just the two, Grandma and Grace.
Was Grandma okay?
Yeah, well, she was I believe she was in a coma.
I think so.
Grandma was?
Yeah, she had heavy smoke inhalation.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And she actually had some skin grafts done too. She had forehead. Because
her elbow.
Yeah, and her elbow got burned really bad.
Wow.
How were you found? Did Grandma go back in to find her?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Grandma came back in to find me.
And I think that's when she got burned, is when she went back in to find Grace.
Wow. And if you don't mind me asking, how old was Grandma? Do you remember? 60s, 70s, 50s?
She would have been probably mid-50s.
Mid-50s.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you remember, like the, even like the brightness or like the sounds
No,
or?
the only thing I remember is waking my grandma up. That's the only thing I remember.
Like as it was happening.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
And you were 2.
And trying to go out the back door, but she was clearing the stuff out of the front door. And then she pushed her to the front door, and she's skinny as heck and did not break any bones.
Oh.
Yeah, she knocked over a steel fire safety door, and she weighs maybe 80 pounds soaking wet.
So that adrenaline
Yeah.
really kicked
Wow,
in.
yeah, it
was
does.
like in
When you get
safety
mad,
mode.
upset.
Or trying to
Save someone, yes. It kicks in.
Wow.
Wow. So, how many surgeries you been through?
6.
6 surgeries.
Yep. This one, zigzag webbing, and 3 laser surgeries, and then this one.
So right now, like your hands, anything else burn?
My knee
Knee,
and
okay.
my cheek.
Yeah, which in the sun
Oh,
you can
yeah.
kind of see
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna get a close up here so y'all can see us a little better, family. And well, there's her. It's a spot on her knee right there. Then you can see her arm, and then her cheek.
So do you wear the cat like for like protection on an everyday basis, or have you had a surgery recently?
Yeah, this is the surgery recently. They took skin from like right down
Yeah, like
here.
up here.
You can see the
Yep,
ace band.
yep.
With this one, they took the skin from right
Right,
here. This
right.
one, they took the skin right here on the same leg.
Do you remember the pain over the years?
No, because I haven't really had any pain.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as like physical, how it felt.
Yeah.
The surgeries now, do they bother you now? The surgeries, going through the surgeries now?
Not really, except for when this one, the skin keeps coming off of my leg. And with the stuff that we have to put on it, it stings.
Golly.
Ooh. So how long do the surgeries take?
The last one was about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't very long.
Technology, I'm sure, has gotten.
So how many more does she have to go through?
Hopefully this is the last one.
Not
Right.
for sure, though.
Just
Family, we're going to be praying. It's the
Just
last
depends on
one.
how fast she grows.
I could see that.
Wow.
They're hoping she's at the end of her growth,
Yeah.
being 14.
Right.
Wow. Now you go to Chuck was telling me you go to like the burn camps and things like that. What do you guys do?
We usually talk, we play some most of the time. We have our own little group that we in our cabin, and we talk about our burns and stuff. And we have Challenger, and we do that. But for us older kids, we do a teen overnight where we get to sleep out. Where we go for Visitors Day. We talk around a campfire.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be neat. I'd like
Yeah,
that.
and then Chuck was telling me also, you guys went to the raceway, had to sit in the pits and things like that and meet the drivers and stuff.
Yeah, it
And that's
was
gotta
fun.
be cool, man.
It was.
I want to do that.
Especially when we went to, he wasn't with me, but it was me and my mom. We went to the Colts training camp and we got a shirt. I got my shirt signed, his shirt, and I have a paper I cannot find that has basically all the Colts players signed it.
That is
Except for
awesome.
Luck, he signed our shirts.
I love it. That is awesome.
Wow. Got to meet the Colts are playing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're playing the Cowboys. My nephew's playing. We're going to check that out afterwards. Now, do people stare at you sometimes?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Sometimes it makes me mad, but I haven't really had people ask me about it.
Would you would you rather have people ask you instead of like just like staring and like whispering and stuff like that? Would you rather just someone come up and be like, you know, excuse me, like, I hope that this, you know, like, doesn't, but like, can I ask about your, you know, like, your scars? Or like, would you rather have someone do that versus like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that would be, I mean, as long as, you know, they were sincere about it and things like that, I think, you know,
Yeah.
for people who, you know, do have, you know, like the burns or any kind of, you know, physical thing on the outside, you know.
How has it affected you, Chuck, as far as taking off work, you know, for doctor's appointments, surgeries? How has that affected you?
I do what I have to do.
Love it.
You have to miss work for that?
Luckily my boss is good and he lets me switch my days around. And
Okay.
Love that. Love
So
that.
any surgeries coming up, or that was just the one you had recently that was hopefully the last one?
yeah, that's
Just this
what we're
one.
hoping is the last one.
So, will that stay like that? Your arm stay like that, or will it like get better, or?
Yeah, well, a little heel, like
Yeah,
when she had
like
it
this
here,
Mhm.
this hand, it just, I don't know, looking at it, we didn't think it was ever going to heal because of how swollen and it
It
was.
looks actually really
But then
good.
it actually, what it'll do is it'll start filling in, the skin will start
Oh.
running underneath
Okay.
and filling it in. This one here is starting to fill in and level out, but there was some of the graft that didn't take and chunks of the skin are coming off.
Yeah, right here there's like a hole
Yeah, right there and then over here.
over there.
As this hand, instead of the one, actually did one here and then one back
We got
here.
a tiny one and then a bigger one. Like,
And is it because you've grown?
Yeah,
Just
because the
giving
skin,
you a little extra more room to like stretch a little bit instead of like being so tight.
yeah.
because the skin grows at a much slower rate, so it can't keep up with how fast she's growing.
I
So
get it,
they have to go
yeah.
in and add to
Oh,
account
okay.
for that. And this hand here was getting to the point it was starting to hurt her muscles because it was getting so tight.
Oh, I could definitely see that. Definitely. I mean, is there anything that you would like, you know, personally like to share for, you know, people all across the world, whether, you know, in the same situation as you are, or, you know, like people
Us.
like us that don't
Outside
understand.
looking in, you
Yeah,
know.
like, is there anything that, you know, positive that you can just let people know, like, they're not alone? Like, you know, there's someone else out there. Like, is there anything that you would like to say?
Like I'm no like for me like I don't feel like I'm no different than anybody else.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because you're not. You're perfect.
Right,
just
you're
the
the
way you
same
are.
as everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing we try to express, family. You know, people, disabilities, as different formations, the way they look different, they're the same as us. We were all born from a woman. We bleed the same. Blended family, man. It's just, we all make the world go round. So, you know, when you see people like that, you know, don't just, you know, make fun of or laugh. Sometimes, like I said, if you have questions, ask. Don't just assume or make your own judgment or justice about how things came about. You know, talk to them. Find out what their story is. You know, respect, love, you know. It may make them feel better, you know. Get their story out to let people know what they're going through. Because, you know, we complain about things on a daily basis about what we may go through. She has to go through a little more than we have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And we complain about the smallest things.
And she hasn't even started like adulthood per se either. Like, you know, she's a teenager. Like, she's going through her own teenage issues along with the world, you know, not understanding. So that's where I think that each and every one of us just have to be, you know, more compassionate for the next person.
Especially
Because-
right now with everything going on.
Absolutely.
Yes,
The world is crazy. And we
crazy.
say that a lot. Like, the world, and like, it's so much negativity out there. As much positive as we can share is, you know, like, big. And if you guys, like, she is absolutely adorable. She's so cute.
So we just wanted to, like I say, talk a little bit and find out how things went about what she goes through on a daily basis. Like I said, since she was 2 years old and living with that, growing up with it, you know, it's hard. I understand. If we all had to do it, we would go through it and do it. But no, when she has to go through more than what we have to go through, as far as like say comments, people staring, looking, you know, does it make? Okay, one more question. Does it make you like? Are you shy when people just look at you, staring at you, wondering what happened, or does it bother you, or do you just think, you know what, I've dealt with it for so long, I'm okay?
It, like, sometimes it bothers me, but most of the time it doesn't.
Okay, well, good. That's good. Because, you know, especially at your age, sometimes I know I can really affect you if it's, you know, somebody just staring at you and looking and laughing or
Like
making
being a
face.
teenage girl, like going through your like
Right.
teenage, your own teenage things. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm do like more boys make fun of you or girls? Does it matter who's ever said anything to
Like,
you?
it's
Just
like
anybody?
basically boys and girls.
Oh, just anybody.
Just
Yeah.
And there's even been some adults that have
Some adults.
snickered. And
No, that's sad.
I mean, yeah. Like,
That's sad. Adults doing that, and she's a kid, she's a child, and adults doing that.
and they even had their own kid with them, and that's
So what are you teaching your your kids? If you're doing, what are your kids thinking? Oh, it's okay to do it. No, it's not. It's not. But we want to share some insight on this family and let you know a little bit of her story.
Dad have anything else to say? Do you have anything else to share as far as like being a parent of a child? You know, to other parents out there who are, you know, like dealing with, you know, burns or getting ready, because I mean, every second of the day there's, you know, some kind of, you know, accident or whatever.
Or even how you may feel as far as when she's going through something, people are like looking at her and making them faces or, you know, snickering. How does it make you feel? What do you go through?
if I notice it, I'll get up and say something. It's like, it's not her fault.
Right, yes.
Just like the Hoosier Burn Camp that we're part of, they always say there is no victim. They are survivors.
That is correct.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
correct. That just gave me goosebumps.
There you go, fam. But we have one more thing we want to do for her. Alright, family, we bought her some things, you know, for school.
For herself, just to stay positive and
Right.
You know,
So,
I'm excited.
you know, we're just trying to, once again, you know, like I said before, we want to give back to whoever we can, man. Do what we can so I make them smile, you know, make their day a little brighter, help them out any way we can.
know that
you know.
people care.
Yes, very much so. So, let's see what you got here. Dig into the bag. Dig into the bag.
What's your favorite color?
Pink, purple, and blue.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
okay.
good.
I'm glad.
Dig into the bag. Get all kind of stuff in there.
There's your binders.
Some binders you got.
Yeah, I wasn't 100. We wasn't just that, so we just got a little bit of everything.
Some
And you
papers
can
and
use
folders.
it however you need to.
Yeah, papers
Here,
and
I'll put
folders.
this up here.
She
So
says
then
she
you
needed
can.
a binder for what, social studies?
Yeah, social studies.
Ooh,
Like that.
yeah.
So your dad said that you were like to draw and to color and to do different things. So.
Monkeys. Where's my favorite?
Yay! Oh, I did get you a little bit of all colors. Pink, purple, and blue. And you like to color with there. I love it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There you go, sweetheart.
Well, she's been able to do here lately with the surgery.
Love it. We just wanted to
Yeah,
say,
so like color and stuff.
show you that, you know, we care. We're thinking about you. You know, I talk to Chuck when I go to work, and he tells me stories about you. You know, sometimes it gets emotional for me because I don't have any daughters that have gone through this, but to hear your stories, you know, it touches my heart. It touches our heart. You know, we're here for you. We want to help out, show our support. You know that people do care and love you. That, you know, like I said, we're not as far as your family blood, but we're here, man. We're a blended family.
You guys are family.
Yes.
We're a blended family. Blended cast. This is our family. So, you know,
Sweetheart.
We just wanted to show our appreciation and love.
Yay.
And you know.
Now you can color me a picture, okay? Send it with your dad. He'll get it to Charles, okay?
Yeah.
She's colored a lot of, well, her brother and her sister, that my cabinet just covered in pictures.
I love it. I love it. I know we have a
Yeah.
little thing up there that we kind of started to collect with, you know, just little things from like subscribers and family members
People
and
that
things
send
like
us
that.
stuff.
So I would love to have a picture if you cut me one.
So what are your future plans?
That was going to be my question too.
I don't really know.
You haven't decided yet?
I do know that after after I become like a climber with burn camp, I want to become a counselor.
To
I
help
love it.
others?
Yeah.
Yeah, to help.
I love it.
She already wants to give back and help others.
Yep. I think
Always
that's
staying
perfect.
positive. Always staying positive. That's a good thing. That's very good.
Yes.
Yep.
I love it. Yay.
So, you know, a little bit of the story of family, like I said, you want to just give back and get her story out there, give some awareness, you know, to what she goes through and deals with on a daily basis, you know, since she was 2. And, you know, just be conscious of what you say to people when you see them. Because you may see a difference doesn't mean they're different in any other way. Just their personality, their the way you view them.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right. I mean, you don't do that. So, you know, family, we love you.
Yeah.
May have more coming for you now. I don't know. Maybe more. I don't know yet. It's already 7 o'clock. May get something else out tonight. But we want to share this with you. You know, something positive again. Like I said, lift people up. You know, make someone smile. Give a hug. You know,
Give a compliment.
be positive.
Be kind to one another. Thank you so much
and all
for
that good
sharing her
stuff.
story.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you
do
very much
appreciate
for
it.
coming by.
Thanks for allowing her to share her story and
Yeah,
for you as well.
Told her it was up to her. She said she wanted to.
I love it.
We're glad you did. Thank you very much.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
Yes.
So now with
Thank
that
you.
family, we're gonna have to go. And what do we do?
Well, we say subscribe, and then we say,
Turn notifications on.
and then we say like,
Comment.
and share with all of your family and friends. And then we do spirit fingers. Have you ever saw the movie Bring It On?
Yeah.
Do you know what spirit fingers are?
Yeah.
End our videos.
That's our end.
End our videos, family.
Spirit
Spirit
fingers!
We love y'all, man. We'll see
I
y'all
love that
later.
movie. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
And she's watched all of them probably 20 times.
Yep.
love
That's
it.
true.
She has some insight
Beep.
on